you know what? If you're ugly, you're not allowed to be a cunt. It's just the way that it is.
Yeah, there's some people who are just like, oh, they're not great looking, but they're also just like a terrible person. You can't afford to be a terrible person at that point.
No.
Hey,
hello,
everybody. Welcome to CattaBlah, the show where everything's made up and the points don't matter.
The points do matter?
Well, they don't. Most video games, they don't ever matter.
But that's not what our series is about here today, so,
Yeah, this is our talk and play, where we discuss the real things, like two girls, one finger, where Dustin was telling me they make out and then they shove their fingers down each other's throat and then puke into each other's mouth.
Yeah, and they're just loving it, too.
I asked him what the backstory on this was, but there doesn't seem to be one, surprisingly enough. I don't know why.
I think she was a flight attendant and the other one was a secretary.
Yeah, those two do get together quite often.
And puke in each other's mouths.
And puke in each other's mouths. It's all business.
Right.
I mean, that's showbiz, baby.
At least they're attractive.
That makes it better. Because if there's one thing I hate is seeing unattractive women throw up into each other's mouths.
Okay, but we were going to talk about...
You still haven't beat this?
Nope. I hate this.
Okay. Sorry, go on.
We were talking about this kind of off screen a little bit. Being attractive.
Or not being attractive.
Well, what was the fucked up conversation that we were having? We were like, we should totally put this in the series.
The one that we just had?
No, when we were setting up the green screen.
Yeah. No, we can't talk about that.
But there was this one part of it. We were talking about attractive people, and I said that I kind of wanted to talk about it on the show. Man, life is so much easier if you're not ugly.
Okay, let's just in our field here, I guess. You look at YouTubers, girls. All you have to do is be a moderately attractive girl, and you could just sit there on camera doing nothing.
Which they do.
And you get thousands of subscribers for doing nothing. And then you have us, like, unbelievably beautiful men, and it doesn't matter. You know, we're working our asses off, doing it all, and it just doesn't matter.
But even like good-looking guys, look at Markiplier or PewDiePie or any of those people. They're good-looking dudes.
Just wait.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Ah.
I beat it.
Look at you.
But they're good-looking dudes. I've seen some small YouTubers using the face kind of like, you probably shouldn't be using
You got
that.
A voice for radio,
yeah,
son.
that face should not be on the screen. And I feel bad, but it's like that anywhere in the world. Attractive people are more likely to do better in business because people actually want to look at them during a meeting. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh, that's a good-looking dude.
Honestly, as ridiculous as that sounds, like, attractive people get further ahead in life, like in work, just by being attractive. I mean, when we think about it, think about modeling. How ridiculous of a job is modeling, where you get paid just to be attractive?
Yeah.
Like, how fun? You have no skills. You just be skinny and attractive, and you make money.
Nice tits.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, I've met some very intelligent, kind of ugly people, but they couldn't move up in their career, and it really was because... people enjoy being around attractive people.
I mean, if you get two people that... I mean, even...
What? Why did I roll?
That's a good question. Why did you?
Fucking lame.
If you get two people who have even, like, the same qualifications...
Yeah.
And, like, they go in, they have the same job interview, they do the same. Who do you think's gonna get the job? The attractive person's gonna get the job. And
I know that people say charisma is... its own thing, but it is inherently linked with with attractiveness. Case in point, if a guy goes up to a girl and is very attractive and tells her a pickup line, she might giggle or, she might turn him away, but it's probably a pretty low chance. Where if a super ugly guy goes up and says a pickup line, he's gonna be seen as creepy. Mm-hmm. That girl's gonna be like, "Ooh, get away from me! You're creeping me out."
And I mean, not just guys, obviously. Like, I'm sure there's lots of women that have the same problem.
I mean, girls are a bit different because...
I mean, they can cheat. Because they have makeup. They can make themselves more attractive than their baseline. If you're a guy, I mean, there's things you can do like style your hair or wherever, dress nice, but I mean, women do the same thing. But then they have makeup where it's like we're just stuck with our face that we have. And women can just be like, well, I'm like a 9 now, where normally I'm a 6.
But even girls also have assets that help them out.
Yes, they do.
Like, whether you're female or male, like, I've heard females say, yeah, that's a nice pair of tits. Like, it's just...
Oh, yeah, that is not, like... Females can, even other women can appreciate...
A good-looking woman.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, really, guys can, too.
Yeah.
It's just not, I would say, probably not as much.
No, it's definitely not as much. But, no, I just thought it was... I think it's interesting how... like, from the day you're born and how attractive you're gonna be is gonna be, like, determine a lot of your life. Can you jump on that?
No.
Like, it's going to determine how successful relationships you're going to have. It's going to determine your career potential, possibly, unless you're some sort of ridiculous genius.
I mean, to be fair, like, you rarely see you don't often see an attractive person with an unattractive person. That doesn't happen that often. I'm not saying it doesn't, but attractive people tend to find each other, it seems. Like, I mean... I feel like everybody's got a bit of shallowness to them, but the degree, I think, if you're attractive is more, because you're like, well, you know, I'm attractive, so I think I should be able to get a more attractive person.
It's funny, because if we go back to dating, like, let's say you have a guy who's a 3 or a 4, most people are going to be like, he's undateable. Like, a lot of people are going to say that, but if you have a girl that's like a 3 to a 5, guys still might. You know what I mean? Like, they have a lot more leeway. And I don't know why that is. And I do know why it is. It's the T and the A. Realistically.
I mean, women have stuff that guy likes.
Yeah. Regardless of what your face looks like. It's all the same with the lights off. I didn't say that. I'm honestly kidding. But it is true that there's... I don't know. I just think it's very interesting that your life can be predetermined like that just because of the dimensions of your face.
It is. It is kind of ridiculous. And I mean, like, working out can help because, I mean, people tend to like a more, like, I'm not saying always, but seeing somebody who's more fit is more attractive to more people. Not always, but it tends to, I mean, I don't know if it's just like the stereotypical attractiveness, and then that's just what most people find attractive. I don't know, but that does tend to make people more attractive to you.
You can definitely play to your strengths. Like if you don't have a very attractive face, or God forbid you're a ginger, but yeah, like Josh said, stay healthy. You know, you can dress nicely. You can. You know what? If you're ugly, you're not allowed to be a cunt. It's just the way that it is.
Yeah, there's some people who are just like, oh, they're not great looking, but they're also just like a terrible person. You can't afford to be a terrible person at that point.
No.
Like you still have to, like, at that point you have to work with a personality. I think you just despawned him.
Yeah.
He's gonna do a high jump. Okay. Yeah, like you have to develop a good personality, like make people laugh or just be really charming or something.
Yeah.
You can't just be a douche nozzle because then people are like, well, he's ugly inside and out. He had... I don't want to date him.
No.
Fuck, I'm so slow. That's embarrassing.
Then we were also talking about how, you know, not trying to be mean, but typically people are going to know when they're in the less attractive category. And like I said, you can play to your strengths and you can definitely help yourself out like that. But a lot of the time what you see is that unattractive people also do things like getting tattoos and, you know, dyeing their hair crazy color. Like trying to stand out and almost making it worse for themselves, I think. Because...
Well, I feel like, yeah, at that point they kind of get the attitude where they do that stuff, and then if somebody turns them down, they're like, oh, well, you just can't handle that I'm different, that I have these tattoos, these whatever, and that's why you turn me down. It's almost like to have an excuse. I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
I mean, some people just just like having that stuff.
Which is great. Like,
yeah.
if you like that, all the power to you. But there are some people that are like, I am ugly and I want to stand out.
That's probably true. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's I don't know. It's kind of weird what some people will do just to try and get noticed or make themselves stand out, but then they have like a chip on their shoulder and it makes it worse though.
Oh yeah. You got those people who are like hating on life and everyone just because their parents are ugly and they bumped their uglies and created ugly.
It's a lot of nonsense. She on the right, there's a DK barrel.
But yeah, they're just upset with life in general. Like, no, just make the best of it.
Just grow personality. Honestly, a lot of you can. I mean, it's the same for anything. I really like you see somebody, you may not be attracted to them, but then they have like an attractive personality, and it makes them more attractive, right?
Yeah.
Like when you meet somebody, maybe they're a 5, but then you really like their personality, so now they're a 7 or an 8, and that's. You find them very attractive now.
There's nothing wrong with that either.
So I mean, like, there is a cure.
there's a cure for your ugly fucking mug.
Oh boy.
I mean, I was bullied significantly, and I was not attractive in high school, and I still wouldn't say I have the best face ever. Well, I could take care of myself. I do my hair. I did develop a humorous personality, and I used to be in really good shape, but, well, as we can all see, that kind of went to the wayside. Don't ever fucking propose to someone, because as soon as you propose and you're like, oh, I'm getting married, I don't have to try anymore.
Oh, Dustin.
No!
You were right at the end. Whoops. Nobody can see any of that. That's another funny thing, too, how that's such a marriage trope. It's like, oh, we're engaged or we're married now. I don't have to try anymore.
Yeah. It sounds like an asthmatic monkey.
Sounds like Dustin in bed.
No, I don't make sounds.
Yeah, we already went over this. Yeah.
I was watching The Voice the other day, and that's when I was kind of thinking about this as well. It's great that they do it like with the judges turned around and whatnot. I think that's fantastic. But they also have the lowest amount of people that actually do something after the fact. You ever notice that?
Well, yeah, I guess I can't really say that I've really seen people after The Voice go on and do something.
Like, they're fantastic singers, but I'm sorry, part of being a celebrity is being a sex symbol.
Well, honestly, half of your appeal is your looks, because I mean, you're a face, right? People, if you're in a movie, they want the attractive lead or whatever. They want, they put you on a poster or in a what's the word I'm looking for? An ad or a trailer. They want somebody that looks good so that they can, appeal to more people, get people in to watch their movie that they're making, right?
Yeah.
And that's just how it is.
Perfect example of those kind of shows are, you know who James Arthur is?
James MacArthur?
No, James Arthur.
Probably. Who is he?
He's that singer singing "Say You Won't Let Go." He was from X Factor in the UK.
Okay, no, I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about.
So, anyways, in his first audition, he was an ugly motherfucker, and I was thinking the same thing. I was like, yeah, he's got a great voice, but his teeth are all over the place. He looks pretty homeless. His hair is terrible. He's a ginger. Just doesn't have a lot going for him. I don't find gingers attractive. If you haven't figured that out by now, I think they're gross.
I think they're gross.
I do. I told my fiance, if we have a ginger child, because she's like part ginger, being from Scotland. So, but anyways, that's besides the fact of me being a terrible person. So yeah, after that, he got famous, but then when I seen the first picture of him for his CD, he was hot. Like they gave him like plastic surgery. They put him into braces. They
Go.
they did a bunch of stuff, and now he's a good looking dude. And it's just
money can fix a lot of that, because then you have the means to just get the best of everything to make yourself attractive.
But that's the perfect example. Is if being ugly was okay for that industry, why did they have to fix him? Because they obviously spent $100,000 trying to fix his appearance.
On his image. Yeah, well, that's the world we live in. It's a very shallow one.
Yep.
Not everybody, though. I mean, thank goodness. Otherwise, there'd be a lot more lonely people out there.
It's true.
But we've just given you the 10 tips and tricks on being attractive. There you go.
Step 1, be attractive.
Yes. And if you can't do that, have a lot of money.
If you have
there
none
you
of
go.
those,
Yeah.
Kill yourself.
Oh my god, we are not condoning killing
no,
yourself.
I'm just kidding. But
alright, well, on that note, we will kill the episode here and see you guys next time.
see ya.
Goodbye.